What's up, everybody? It's Alan the Kraken, and today on TCG Economics, we are going to discuss the Chia Pet, Furby, and Beanie Baby sales of Legend Story Studios product and why they aren't to blame. Now, this is a speculation, and they are not a sponsor of my group. If you want to check out my group and articles, you can go to the Krakens Deep on Facebook and check me out. We have a lot of content creators in here as well, so come take a look and like some videos and stuff like that. It's a pretty known fact early on that CFB and LSS have a partnership and distribution agreement. Those agreements aren't known to the public as they are both private companies. If LSS was publicly traded, they would be forced to disclose the agreement to shareholders. CFB isn't a big, giant conglomerate like everyone assumes. They had many growing pains throughout 2020, and that was evident in their live box breaks, where many, including myself, had many issues. They very quickly fixed those issues, and to my satisfaction. I know that at least a handful of people that are in my group had issues with them, but they made it right, and they did a big turnaround. CFB is just in a weird place right now, especially in a down market cycle. So let's just continue, and then we'll go ahead and discuss a little bit more of the rabbit holes. So being a small company, CFB, in the spotlight for Flesh and Blood, they made some sort of agreement with LSS. I believe LSS assumed CFB would take on the role of marketing in the United States. I believe CFB is following all of their agreements to the letter of their contracts, and if a hiccup occurred, it would have been remedied in arbitration privately. So if CFB and James White, had a little bit of a tiff, they would have settled it in arbitration, okay? LSS themselves have done very little marketing and are relying on prosumers to bear this marketing load. And maybe CFB didn't like that. CFB, following their contracts to the letter, may have noticed a loophole of bundling product to undercut map rules of their agreement and beat competition in volume selling. Not profitability. CFB is its own business acting in its own best interest and has no loyalty to LGSs and their woes. If LSS made an oversight during negotiations of these agreements, it was an LSS blunder and not CFB's. There's actually many reasons why businesses would sell at a break even or at a loss. So let's speculate on a few. Number one, building business credit. With volume of sales, banks are attracted to businesses and can increase credit line and loan limits. Savvy investors care about profitability, but CFB is a private entity, so they really don't care about profitability as much during down market cycles. We are in the middle of spring, guys. I'm sure CFB makes a majority of its revenue during summer and holiday seasons. I think this is the most likely scenario due to CFB's ambitious nature of expanding out their collectible market or unannounced projects. In other words, they want to get volume on paper so they can take that paper to banks and get a credit line and raise their credit limits and everything else in between, or maybe even get a business loan so they can further expand. Number two, speculation. This, I think, is definitely affecting them. Storage. With a plethora of new product lines and the housing market taking up temporary storage across the United States during this great migration, CFB may have been physically forced to comply with their other purchasing agreements with other games. Because of this, they would need to make physical space for new product. There's even cargo container shortages, which would worsen this issue. Trapped in product in a down cycle is why they would sell at a break even. CFB and LSS may want to deter any investors from buying flesh and blood and are working in tandem to artificially deflate the market. This would later reward loyal players and communities later this year during the summer into the holiday season. This could be a tactical cool off, which is something that private companies can do. Now, there are other rabbit holes we can go down. I want to say one more thing. Maybe this is a marketing thing to actually get the negativity in the community to cause drama. So people watch these videos that are being made and watch or read these articles and these posts. Seems to be, the big topic, at least this week, or, maybe this month. We'll see how big of a news story this is. Personally, I think it's a nothing burger. I think we're in a down cycle anyway, so, this isn't really going to affect us much. What are you going to lose, like $10 per box? Come on. So, if they are doing this to incite negativity in the community, of course, more content creators are going to talk about it, and people are going to want to get their 2 cents in. And that's kind of why I made this video, so it kind of worked. So that's just an option 4 for you, if you will. I believe one or more of these to be true. I think many new people are learning capitalism for the first time, and shrug. What do you think? Leave a comment in the video below. Leave a comment on this article. But more importantly, stop stressing. Remember, this is cardboard. This is the cardboard industry pre-2020. Remember to have fun. Play your games. I know I'm playing. Peace.